Hey guys, Bryson Taylor here. Welcome back to today's video. Today we are going to be looking at some licks that are in the style of Mateus Asato. I'm very excited. It's going to be super cool. So without further ado, let's just get straight into the licks and get busy. Okay, so super fun, super pretty lick. Uses a lot of sixes in there and kind of highlights some chords. Basically, the way it starts, it's just a G triad, starting on the root. And what he likes to do, and I seen this in one of his videos, go watch it if you haven't, his cover of Don't Dream It's Over. Really beautiful song. He does a great cover of it, but this is kind of where I stole this idea from him. The way he does chords and accents, just some pretty high notes to give the chords a little character. But again, it's a G triad, it's where we're starting. And then he hammers on the B string to the 5th fret. And he does one of those quick slides while he's got that chord held from 5 to 6 back to 5. If you were to play it just on the B string, it would be... But you've got the chord with it, so you've got to hold the chord and then slide with your pinky. It's a little tough. But he does that with a G triad, then he goes up a whole step to whatever it is. You can do this in any key, but for our sake, we're going to do G and A. So it's G, and then slides up to an A triad, and does it again. And then at the very end of it, it's kind of a cool hybrid picking. You got to use your fingers and your pick for this one, which is something he's really good at. And then you slide up to the 12th fret on the A string. And you grab the 5 and then the 3rd of D. Basically, we're kind of outlining the D chord a little bit. But it's a 6th. And we hybrid pick, so we go 12 to 11, and that's A and the G string, so 12 on A, 11 on G. And then we alternate, we go to 12 on the D, and then we grab 10 on the B. And then 12 on the G, and 10 on the high E. And then we do another set of sixes here, and then we slide from 12. We got 12 and 12 on the G and the high E. We're going to slide that up to 14. And then we're going to go back down to 9. And then we're going to slide back into our 3rd and our root, which is 11 and then 10 on the high E. So 11 on G and then 10 high E. So that last little part all together, slow. So all together. But really pretty lick. Uses some sixes. Super cool, super pretty, but really fun lick. I really like that one. But if you're as big of a fan of Mateus as I am, it's very easy to get lost in just how incredible his playing is. But this particular lick is kind of something that I made up. Obviously in the style, it incorporates some things that I've seen Mateus do, but this particular lick is something that I noticed that he does a lot in passing. Like if he's going to rip a mad solo and just, do some of the fast pentatonic stuff that he can do, some of the shred pentatonic kind of stuff that he does, but he's really good at soloing over the changes and stuff like that. Just an impeccable player. I mean, you can't talk good enough about that guy. But again, it's one of the things I notice he does in passing. Now, Mateus likes to use, from what I've personally seen, he loves to use double stops. He loves to use sixes. He loves to use thirds together. And he does a lot of quick, slides back and forth from a fret, going like 7 to 8. Just really fast slides with the thirds, with the sixes, and those double stops. He does a lot of fours, which is what we're going to look at right now is kind of a fourth thing. It uses fourths and thirds. But this particular lick, I'll just go ahead and show you. So for this particular lick, we're going to kind of just slide all the way. You can kind of start wherever. I like to start from 2, but you can slide all the way to 7. And you're going to be sliding on both the A and the D strings. And it's kind of that double stop thing. And he does it all the way down the pentatonic scale for the most part, but it's a slide from 2 to 7. We'll call it 2 to 7. And again, it's A and D on 7, so it's... And then he does 9 A and D. And then he cycles down the string. So he does 7 on D and G, and then 9 on D and G. So it's 7, 9, 7, 9, 2 strings apiece. And then he does 7 on the G and the B. So you have fourths going all the way down. You have E and A. You have F sharp and B. So it's fourths going all the way down till you hit the 7 on the G and the B. And then you have a third. So 7, 9, 7, 9, 7. And then he does the minor third, so it's an E note and a G note, but he's going to slide, he's going to do 9, 8, and he walks it up. It's kind of a chromatic third walk up. And then to kind of finalize it and put the icing on the cake to walk it back down, I grab 12 and then do a slide from 11 to 9 and then end on 7, pull off 9, 7 on the D, slide 9, 7 on A, and then hit our root, which is D, 5 on the A, and then do harmonics right there starting on the D all the way down to the B string on 7th fret. Which essentially just kind of highlights that D chord that we, we're in the key of D for this lick, so it just highlights that chord. Alright, so for that particular lick, obviously a really cool sounding lick, probably one of my favorite ones on this entire video, but again, it kind of uses that double stop thing. We're using fours to start. It's in the key of D, just like the other one that we looked at, but to start, we're on 7 and 8 of the G and the B. And we're going to slide that up to 9 and 10, 7, 8 to 9, 10. So we're just sliding fourths basically up a whole step. And then when we get to 9 and 10, we're going to do a quick slide to 10 and 11 and back. So slow motion, it looks like this. And then when we do the slide from 10 to 11, we go back to 9 and 10 and then back to 7, 9. So all together. And it takes a little while to get used to that speed. It's easy to do a lick like that if you're doing like one finger, like. But doing 2 fingers like Mateus does is very difficult, and it kind of blows my mind, with how much ease he does that. But it's a slide on 2 strings, so. And then the next part, you're going to go 9 and 8. So we've got our minor third, we got that E and the G. We're going to slide that up to 11 and 10. And we're going to do the same exact thing. Quick slide to 12, 11, back, and then back again. Excuse me. And So that part will probably be the hardest part of the whole lick to get used to. It's just kind of a weird sliding phrase, doing, you know, 2 strings at once that are not on the same fret. It's easy, you know, if you do on the same fret, something like that, but these are 2 different fingers, 2 different frets, 2 different strings, so it's a little weird. And then the next part, kind of the ascending, bubbly sounding part of it, which is really cool. Something Mateus does a lot, you know, when he does like a bubbly major 7 chord or, you know, something. I'm just doing 2 strings to keep it kind of simple. We're barred on 7 on B and E, and then you're going to hammer on to 10 on the high E. And it's really quick ascending, so you want to do it really fast. And then you're going to bar 10 on the B and the E again, and hammer on to 12 of the high E. And then you're going to bar 12 B and E and hammer on to the 14th on the high E. And then you're going to hammer on one more time. You're going to bar 14 B high E and then hammer on to 17. And for that last little bit, we're going to be barred again on the B and high E, and we are going to hammer on from 10 to 12 both strings. And we're going to slide 12 to 13 and back to 12 really fast like we just did. And then you're going to grab 10 again. And you're going to grab 12 on the G. And then you're going to grab 10 both strings, 12 both strings. And then you're going to slide 11 to 9 and end on the root, which is 7 on the G. But guys, that will conclude today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate all the support. If you guys aren't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel for me. I would greatly appreciate that. But thank you so much again for watching. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Thank you.